Evening Fix It fans. Now it's Christmas night tonight and my friend James has come round for a little Christmas drink and he has bought me that present that you can see there. Now it will be on the channel soon because it does need fixing, this one. So it's another one to fix on the channel. So James is round. We got the Pioneer SX434 set up. I've got the Mission speakers connected to it and the Kev Kantar 2s. Got a bit of T-Rex going in the CD player. So we are all geared up for a nice little night in. Bit of music, nice little Christmas drink and unwrap some presents. And I have got something else to unwrap after this because my missus said she has got me something else that I've got to unwrap and film tonight. And she has also kindly done a nice big bowl of Christmas treats so we can have a little chocolate pig out tonight. And up there you can see we got a nice selection of Christmas drinks. So we have got a little bit of a Christmas party going on really. And that is why I have set up the Pioneer SX434 because it is the best little party amp that I've got at the moment. There's just something about this Pioneer that just makes it the party receiver. And I did unwrap its bigger brother this morning because for Christmas my missus kindly got me a big Pioneer SX750. Now I was up early this morning and I've already opened that one. I did film it to go on the channel, but that's another one. It needs repairing. One side of it is working, the other side of it isn't, so it is down on one channel, so that one will need fixing. But it's in lovely condition, this Pioneer. She done really well finding it because it is like nigh on mint. This Pioneer really is in good condition. And I will have something else to do on the channel soon because I went up my mum's for Christmas dinner today and normally she gets me a present, but today she didn't get me anything. She just gave me money and said buy yourself something nice for the channel. So I've got money from my mum to buy something. Now she didn't give me a massive load of money, but she did give me a bit. So what I thought is I might put a little bit of money with it and then try and get a really nice old vintage receiver. And then that one will be something to keep forever, innit? Because it'll be something from my mum. So I thought I'd try and get something really nice and a little bit more high end than the stuff I've got at the minute. So I'll have to get on the computer and see what I can find local so I can go and collect it. So I'll just give the camera to James to hold a minute while I get on with unwrapping his present. And it's a bit strange for me that James has got me a proper present because normally we just buy each other a bottle of booze. But this year, as I'm doing the channel, he has very kindly got me something for it. And when he gave it to me, he says he knows I'm going to really love it. And he laughed when he gave it to me. So James thinks that this present is pretty funny. So let's open it up and find out what he has actually got me. So I can see that it is a little receiver. So he has got me a receiver and it's a Hit Parade receiver. That's why James is finding it so funny, because it is a Hit Parade. And when we was kids, me and James found one of these receivers. There was like an alleyway that run round the back of where we used to live and it had garages in it. So we both ran there one day. on our little push bikes, and we found one of these receivers sitting on top of a dustbin. So someone had chucked it out. They had cut the lead off the back of it and thrown it out with the rubbish. So we see it sitting on top of some dustbins and picked it up and took it home, and we put a new power cord on it, and the little Hit Parade receiver worked like a good one. There was nothing wrong with it. So we had it for years, but then one night it got stolen, along with a set of Wolfdale speakers and a turntable. But the turntable wasn't mine, but the speakers were, and I was really gutted. But the old one we had years ago, it was not in as nice condition as this one. The wooden case and that on it was a little bit battered. But just look at this one here. This one looks in really good condition, and the wooden casing on this just looks excellent. And as you can see there, because it's wrote on it, it is a solid state stereo receiver made by Hit Parade. Well, I don't even know if it is made by Hit Parade. I don't know if that is the company who made it, or it was made by someone else and just called the Hit Parade. I don't really know, because I don't know much about this receiver. I don't know what power it is. Now, it's not going to be massively powerful. I would say it may be like 15 watts or something, but I don't know that. I've totally just made that up. So I don't know how powerful this is. I don't know how old this is. I've got no idea really what year this receiver was made in. I don't even really know who made it, because I don't think Hit Parade is the make. I'm not sure on that. And I don't even know what country this is from, so I really don't know anything about this receiver. So if you had one back in the day and you know stuff about this receiver, please message me and let me know, because I'd be really interested in finding out about this one. I do think a little bit that it might be made by Philips, only because I went round someone's house once and they had a little receiver there, and it really looked like this Hit Parade, and that one was made by Philips. I'm probably wrong on that. Philips probably had nothing to do with this Hit Parade receiver whatsoever, but I can just always remember seeing one that looked like it, and that was made by Philips. And I can remember trying to buy it off of them, because I really wanted it, and they said they couldn't sell it because it had once belonged to their granddad. So once I knew that, I didn't want to buy it off them anyway. Because if you ever get something, if you've got an amplifier or a receiver that once belonged to your granddad, you could never sell that. You got to keep it always. We've got one. We've got a little receiver that belonged to my missus's granddad. It's a little rank. It's an RA150. It's only small, little low-powered receiver, but it was my missus's granddad, so that's what we use in our kitchen. It's lovely, it is. So hold the camera again, mate, and I shall turn it round and we'll have a little look at the back. And it's quite strange with this one, because as you will see, it has had a little mod done to it. That weirdly is a mod that we done to our one years ago, because the one we had, one of the speakers used to cut in and out, so it used to drop out, and you'd have to reach round the back and wiggle the DIN connector, and then it would come back to life. So where it kept doing it, we done this to it, and we took the speaker cable straight inside it and soldered it in, so we bypassed the DIN connectors, and then the speakers never cut out again. So whoever owned this one might have had the same problem and done exactly the same as us. They might not have, they might just have never had DIN connectors, so they took the speaker cable straight inside, because then it saved them buying any of the connections. So if whoever has done this to this receiver, if they have took them cables in there properly and soldered them in, I will probably leave it like it. But if when I take the lid off of this they have been bodged in there, then I will take them out and use this with the proper DIN connections. So I shall decide on that once I open it up and see inside it, and then I will see how good or badly they have been put in there and decide whether I'm going to take them out or not. And I'm really looking forward to sorting this one out and getting it working, because it has been a long time since I've last heard a hit parade in action. Now I know it is not going to be the world's greatest sounding receiver, but me and James won't care about that. We will just both really enjoy nights in, a few beers with the little hit parade receiver, because it will be the sound of our youth. So let's have a little feel of the buttons and the pots along the front, see what that all feels like. So yeah, the button feels alright. The pot feels a little bit stiff actually. That feels a little bit like the receiver has not been used for a long time. That one is the same. They feel a little bit stiff. And that one. So I don't think this hits parade has been used for a long time, because everything feels a little bit stiff on it. Yeah, that one as well. That feels stiff. It doesn't feel like there is nothing wrong with it. Just feels like it hasn't been used for a long time. The switch feels okay. Yeah, the selector feels okay. That feels alright. So it's just the pots really. The pots feel like they haven't been used in ages. The radio tuner, that feels like it's working nice. And we used to always use the radio on our one years ago, because it used to pick up a load of stations. It must have had quite a decent receiver part in there, because the radio bit on it was really good. And if I remember, the whole thing didn't sound that bad. For a like little cheap receiver, the hits parade didn't sound that bad, because me and my friends, we was always getting different receivers and amplifiers from different places and that, and trying them out and stuff, and a lot of them, they didn't sound very good. And when we got one, if we all agreed that it was no good, we would get rid of it and get something else. But the hits parade, we never did that with it, so it must have sounded good, because we kept it for years and years, right up until it was stolen. So the next time you see this little hits parade, I shall be going through it on the channel and hopefully getting this lovely little receiver back working. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time, which will be in a little while, because apparently I have got something else still to unwrap tonight.